Rah! Rah! I'm sorry. I'm a bit late. Oh gosh, wrong buttons. Wrong buttons. There we go. I was, what's it called? I was trying to get stuff done and I broke a nail and I was trying to attend to stuff, but it's fine. It's fine. I've got things done now. My nail's not too badly damaged. Oh, but hello. Who's here? Who is here? Clemoniac's here. Let me scroll to the top. Okay. Clockwork. Hello, Clockwork. Welcome to the stream. Hello, iOS. Oh, it's been a while, actually. You've not been here for a little bit. Hello, Strive420. How you doing? Hello, Clemoniac. And hello, Dr. Smilex. Oh, gosh, actually, I should have said hello first. Should have said hello to you third. But hello, how you doing? And what's everyone talking about? How you're asking how you're doing? Everyone's saying hi, Yeet. When you see the new Gundam finally arrived, but you already spent half your budget on the unicorn. I'm not sad, you're sad. Oh no! Oh no, I get that feeling. I get that feeling. I've done that before, like with Warhammer. Oh. I've got to be getting to the new Terminus Crux thing that's coming out. Where is those? Hello, TA, how you doing? Don't care who the IRW sends. Hello, Bob the Innkeeper calling me stinky. Ow! Who turned me into a cat, by the way? Hello, Blade Wind, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. I don't get a steak. Nom 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 nom. Okay, thanks for the steak. Thanks for that. iOS turned me into a cat. So mean. And hello, Nano Faye. Oh my gosh, everyone's here. You know, YouTube's got this new thing and it keeps trying to get me to click on it and turn this stream into a member stream. And yesterday's stream of a stream before, and it's got this big horrible notification on all of my chats that I have open and it's annoying. But I'm like, no, it's not a member stream. It's a free stream for everyone. Well, no, technically not free. I mean, it's monetized. You get adverts. That's what you pay with your time watching adverts. Doing good, especially now that I have a fresh, non-spilled bottle of Black Templar contrast paint. Nice! I just ordered something fun for Wednesday's stream. Because, you know what they say? October's coming up. They call it October, but you know, I don't call it October. October. You know, it's really Groctober, isn't it? Groctober. Yeah, I've already got my free thumbnails for this week. I'm having an easier week this week. I'm not going to have any earlier streams this week, or for the first 3 days, because I need to recover. I've still got this ear infection. I'm not recovering very well from it. And I've still got whatever I've been ill with, so I'm just like, I just need days. I'm going to be sleeping in and just take it slow for the morning and stuff. That's what I'm doing. Oh, don't drink all my cola. I need it to recover with. Can't wait to go through the website.
Can't wait to go through the website. I mean, watch Hand Build and Paint.
No, we're not going to do paint. I was thinking about doing some painting this week, but I decided that's a bit more stressful than just building stuff. And I got a lot of stuff to build. I got a lot of stuff to paint as well, but... Ow. When it comes to building stuff, I've just got piles of boxes I need to get through. Okay. Where's the hand cam? I got my gloves on. I got my gloves. Look! How is the... Lighting is... Give me a moment. Lighting feels a little bit too dark. Sometimes you have to fine-tune it, especially like depending on just how bright the sun is outside and how much it brightens my room in general. How does this feel now? It's still a bit overly dark. Feels like there's a really high contrast, but there isn't. But yeah, we got Ork boxes, yeah, like that dark is, with the black on this is way too dark. It's not just my screen, is it? Give me a moment. I'm gonna move it to a different screen. This one's really good for colour. Yeah, it's still not great. It's the boys. It's the boys. We're going to build these. What do you think? Choppers or shooters? They're going to be shooters, obviously, because we want all that DACA. I know it's optimal to build them as choppers, but I want shooters. And I'll put a mech in the unit so you can benefit from the dread mob detachment. Hey! Hey, what are you doing to me? What are you doing to me? Oh, no, I'm turning back to normal. That's good. That's good. Hi, Tony. How you doing? Oh, Mega Gargant v War. Oh, I found out. Lads. Yeah. Actually, I think it's this mech who's meant to lead them. And I will build him the tractor beam. I might remove that head and replace it with a different head. Because I really like this model, so I don't want to convert it too much of a first build. Because I want to get a second one, and then I'll convert that one up. But for this guy with a tractor beam cannon, I kind of want to convert him up. I kit bash him a little to make him my own, you know. But I don't want to kit bash him too much. CEX, because that's where I got it from. Chaos Boys. Mega Gargant v Warhound Titan when? I think a Mega Gargant will easily beat a Warhound Titan. Warhound Titan doesn't stand a chance. I mean, maybe if you got a Warhound Titan with 2 turbo laser destroyers and it got the jump on a Mega Gargant, like it was at really far distance and it got lucky, it might stand a chance, but no. Stomper is more Warhound Titan level, or do you know, just a normal size Gargant. There's not really a Warhound level thing. A Stomper's meant to be more Warhound level, but it's kind of just worse than a Warhound. A Gargant's meant to be more of a Reaver Titan level, but it is kind of just worse, but it's way more powerful than a Warhound. And a Mega Gargant's meant to be Warlord Titan level. And honestly, sometimes I feel, if I remember Epic Scale properly, it was kind of more like an Emperor Titan level for a Mega Gargant. Like, it's just brimming with so much guns and power and still has such powerful melee options. It's like, I don't think, no, and oh yeah, because if I had the really big belly cannon, that could just like obliterate most things. Yeah, I never played the game system, so I mostly know about it from hearsay. Most Xenos Titans are sub-Imperial equivalent, as most of theirs are bigger things. Yeah, that's the thing. A Gargant, I think, is bigger than a Reaver Titan.
I never wanted this.
No, don't do the speech again, IRS. Hi, Mercury, how you doing? You been back from listening to Money, Hard Times, Winter in America? You haven't done nothing. You haven't done nothing. That means you've done something. Oh. Did you read my comment earlier? That you just came back from? Yeah. I just read it now. Sorry, I'm a bit slow getting through some of these things. Big Sam. YouTube is crashing. Oh no, YouTube's crashing for you. Live chat. Just let me check. Yeah, I think a Gargant is bigger than a Reaver Titan, but worse than it. But smaller than a Warhound. Not a Warhound, a Warlord. I think a Mega Gargant's bigger than a Warlord and bigger than an Emperor Titan. Well, that's just because
I never
Orks do
wanted to
things
unleash
big.
my legions.
It's okay, actually. I always spend my time listening to music. Don't worry about it. I say don't worry about it. And don't worry about commenting much, or if you want to comment much. Sorry, I just take a little bit hitting things. Find YouTube streaming can occasionally crash. Yeah, YouTube is a bit all over the place. Yeah. So I'm a bit slow at times. Oh my gosh, YouTube's getting so much worse of just throwing adverts at things. But what are we doing? Today we've got for Orc Boys to build. We got these guys to build. I need to... Yeah, if YouTube's lagging or crashing for you, it's generally best to try refreshing the stream. If it's lagging or crashing for lots of people, I do have an ability to try and make it a little better, but then you might end up being a few minutes behind the stream. That's the issue sometimes with YouTube. Yeah, okay, it's now much less shiny. It's now much less shiny, yeah. Now there's something I want to do. Would you guys... It's like a little story for the grand narrative they've got into the webway, it's called. Would you guys want me to read that to you? Or would you rather me not to do that? Because I've been thinking, would you like that? Because I know that we sometimes read, well I say we sometimes, we read like the combat patrol stories. YouTube started throwing ads into
Is everyone feeling chillish?
Is YouTube everyone feeling chilly? We always had live streaming. It's just that they keep basically just saying, hey, we're increasing the number of ads that we put on live streams now. We're increasing the number that go in a row. We're increasing the length of those ads. And it's like, oh my goodness. Instead of building, we can apply coats of lead belcher to 100 coats of lead belcher to one neck one warrior. So that wouldn't be enough coats of lead belcher. What are you on about? Little YouTube wants their cash. Yeah. And then they just crash and like your stream out anyway. Oh, and it's mean. But we got the beautiful boys. I think the reason it's so dark is because it's trying to... No, it's just ridiculously dark. If I turn this little light on. There we go, that's a little better. Yeah. Oh, look at him. It's an orc Big Mac. He's a Big Mac. How big is it? Do you think it's actually big? Like the other Big Mac we built the other day, he wasn't that big. He used to never get interruptions and alive. Yeah. I'm thinking about maybe trying to make it... Okay, if it's fine. Ooh, he can have a drill. You can have a drill. You pay for premium to avoid ads since they kept trying to fight against ad blockers, and I think proper ad blocker is mandatory on the modern internet. Yeah. At least going for a lot of sites, it feels like you need an ad blocker now. Oh, for YouTube Premium, it's really expensive. Okay, yeah, he does feel a bit small. For a guy who's got big in his name. Like, this is a neophyte, he's kind of small. Next to the guy with big in his name. There's Vespid Stingwing. Next to the guy with big in his name. Fandom wikis are like a minefield of ads. Some of them aren't too bad. Some of them are terrible. But what you get is just so much like malware and stuff and so many scam ads. And a lot of these advertisers just don't care anymore. Or they've pretended to stop. They've stopped pretending to even care. It's like even YouTube, I've noticed just how many scam adverts they've got running. It's like, yeah, that's... It's not good. Oh, here's the base. Oh, it's a pretty big base for him, though. It's a big base. Who likes Legos? Legos are fun. I don't really buy Legos though, play with them. I used to. I used to have Bionicles. And some of those Lego, what are called sets? Housey sets? I don't know.
I have a question. Was it the fast or cooking band that was in the codex, or am I remembering wrong?
Yes, the fast stalker war. All of the Kroot models are in the codex. All of the Kroot models are in the codex. If you want to, if you don't have a codex, just get a codex and you can see it in there. Every single model that Games Workshop sells for Warhammer 40k for Kill Team can be used in Warhammer 40k. Down. Down. Okay, how do we do this? It's got a lot of options on him. A lot of options. I'm guessing that's a tractor beam thing. I mean, it comes with this little thing, like, telling you what you can do with him. I'm like, nah, I don't want to read that. You have a Lego demon army with engines? Whoa. Lego is a gateway to Warhammer? Maybe. Or is Warhammer a gateway to Lego? I think Airfix is a bigger gateway to Warhammer. Just looked at the War half of a Stomper, Hierophant and Warhound. Warhound is actually less toughness, toughness 13, VE 14 for the Xenos. Has 33% more wounds. Yeah, the Stomper has a number of issues with fighting the Warhound. It can absolutely destroy the Warhound in melee. A Warhound does not have melee stats to fight it. And that's always been the point of it. Is it me or is it really... Does it seem dark here? Like on the screen. Like, I've got the light on here. I've got all the other lights on. I've not changed my setup at all for this. Maybe I need to just move it out a bit more. Is that brighter? Video capture device, configure video. Lego was awesome until they realised they could sell to a generation that used words like adulting. Maybe. Lego's always been weird. Lego's not actually changed as much as people think it has in many ways. Okay, I think that's helped. But I enjoyed, you know, some of those Lego YouTubers, the other Master Builder Lego YouTubers and stuff. They've been really fun. They've been helping keep me, you know, like, yeah, there's positive stuff in the world. I did say hi to your French puff. But, oh yeah, the Stomper's always been there to be like a melee threat to the Warhound and Warhound equivalents. But in terms of shooting, it doesn't really have a proper like anti-Titan gun. And for guns it does have, well, they're very inaccurate. It can get a lot of shots out, but it's incredibly inaccurate. It's also relatively slow, and it doesn't have that many wounds. I believe it doesn't have... It used to be that it didn't have void shields, which is what the Warhound had. I don't know if it gets an invulnerable save or no, or not. I know the Warhound does against ranged attacks. But I don't think it used to get an the void shield ability. I can't remember if it gets I'm happy if anyone asks me about my favourite music from the 70s. I can give songs of the 70s, which are from Europe, UK, US, Japan, Brazil, Africa. Oh, that's super duper cool.
Have you guys ever seen a cowboy model? I haven't either until I saw the Groot Pistola. Western music.
Oh yeah, some of them are kind of... Hello, Saradwin! What's it called? Very westerny looking with a fruit. Some of the Necromunda models remind me a bit of cowboy stuff. Bob Marley. Bob Marley's fun. Music. It now has a 6++. So 6+ invulnerable. Okay. Yeah. So the thing is, it's relatively slow for a big walker. I believe it's slow. Like, it's slow compared to a Warhound. It's not that tanky for its size. It can get a lot of firepower out, but most of it's going to miss. And while it is devastating in melee, it's not so devastating that it's really worth its points. And it's likely to be blown up before it can really get its value out there. Well, that's always kind of been the point of Stompers. You're meant to throw them out in large numbers. They're generally beaten out by the Gork and Morkanauts, which are meant to be Knight equivalents, which aren't quite as good as the Knights, but they're not meant to be. They're meant to be support for boys. And that's what they're very good at doing. Like, they're very good at providing fire support or very hard-hitting thing. For the size, they're tough enough. And they got a bit more utility than what the Stomper does, especially for the points value. Effectively, they can do what the Stomper needs to do, just for less points. Your father was a drummer percussionist for reggae bands. Oh, that's cool. Oh wait, does this go like that? Looks like it. Okay, I think this goes like... Oh no, there's a bit of this here that needs to go away. Then you clip into... You're meant to clip into that. There we go. There we go. You clip into there. Oh, look at him. Not really winning with points is a bad feeling. I was playing Tau on Tabletop Simulator and I felt about to say, I think it depends which crisis battle suits you're using. I think the Fusion Blaster ones are really quite good. But they're definitely very utility based. So if you can't get the use that you like, if you go for Fusion Blaster based ones and then you go against an infantry threat, you're not going to get your worth out of them. It's going to feel like you paid way too many points for what they are. Similarly, if you paid for something that can destroy infantry really well, but your enemy is playing knights, it's going to suck. I can't remember which one it is, but one of them one of the squads of crisis suits you can get apparently isn't that good. The other two apparently still pretty decent to get. You're gonna go to listen to Three Little Birds, Sunshine Day, and 992 August. Bye bye, Mercury. Big love heart to, and big love heart to everybody else too. Thanks for popping in and sharing your music. I was using for fire knives with missile pods. Oh, I would say broadsides are really good, plus riptides got buffed. What is it that I was looking at the other day where I'm like, it's not very good in terms of how many points it's worth? Oh yeah, for Blood Slaughterer. It's a Legends model. But for Blood Slaughterer, kind of feels very meh. It's 160 points. And so it's 10 points more. In the World Eaters, I was looking like what for World Eaters army I should get, what model I should get to like fill out for the army. Goodbye. And the Blood Sorter I was looking at, because I was thinking that's a cool model. It's a wrestling model. It's one I've kind of always wanted. And it's 10 points more than a Mauler Fiend. And it's just worse than a Mauler Fiend in any way. It's got the same movement speed. It's got less toughness. It's got the same invulnerable save, same armor save, less wounds. It does have a cool ability in which it can always advance its maximum advance distance. And I think it can charge at the same turn it advances, which is nice. And then it gets 5 melee attacks, or like just normal Dreadnought attacks. But the Mauler Fiend gets more attacks, they're stronger, and they hit much harder. And then it gets a bunch of extra attacks. If you go do the Blood Sorter, there's 2 ways to build it. One of them, it can get rerolls to wounds with its melee attacks. The other one, you get an Impaler, which is a range attack where the entire point of it is if it's a monster or vehicle, it gets 2 extra inches to its charge distance when charging that thing. So it's kind of okay. It being a Legends also means it likely won't change. Yeah, until 11th or whatever. So it's like, it's fair enough. But if at that point she gets in it just because she kind of wants it. I'm still thinking maybe I should get it. But at the same time, I'm not sure because it is a resin model. Maybe it'll get a plastic version. Sorry about that noise, I'm drinking from a straw. Okay, so I need to figure out how to do this thing. This looks like it goes on the back leg areas. I do not like GW Resin. I've had to work with Finecast. No, Finecast is terrible. Forge World is good. Forge World is good resin. Forge World is good resin, although there is some issues with it, but this is the issues that you're going to get with anything that's not printed. Like from a 3D printer, and even then, you're probably still going to get similar issues. But you just get different issues if you 3D print one. The thing about Forge World resin compared to like if you 3D print is it's way, way more durable than anything you're going to get 3D printed. It's still not going to be anywhere near as durable as this thing, which you can just throw around because it's plastic. Technically not as durable as Finecast. Finecast, the reason it's so terrible is because it was designed. It was designed for 3 reasons. It was designed to be used by kids, where Forge World resin is toxic, or much more toxic. It was designed to be much more durable to being dropped and transported. And it was just designed to be a replacement for metal models. Those were its 3 criteria, and that's all it needed to fill in. And it did that. Otherwise, as a resin product, it was kind of terrible. As someone who had the metal models and hated working with metal models, I preferred the resin ones infinitely, although I would have just preferred them just getting plastic versions instead, or forge-rolled resin versions. But if I look like at some of my forge-rolled resin models, this is probably the worst forge-rolled model I have ever gotten in terms of how badly it came out. And how warped it was, to the point where all the green stuff here is where I had to basically rebuild the arm because the arm and the leg just could not line up everywhere. It's a really nice... I built this years ago though, and I was only halfway through building it. I needed to actually file down all of the green stuff here. And then put some more green stuff to sculpt it properly. The green stuff's here just to hold the heavy pieces together, because super glue doesn't do a great job if you want it to put up to play. But this is forge-rolled resin is extremely beautiful. Like, it's so incredibly detailed. The main issue is sometimes the pieces come a bit warped. And you can warp them back by putting them in hot water. That's the main way to do it. But if you get a piece like these pieces here, which are quite thick pieces, you can't do that if it's warped out of place. Well, that's probably the biggest issue I've ever had with them, where if just some of the pieces would not line up properly at all. Clear that they want to move towards plastic. You say that it's they're still releasing resin models for... Actually, I'll show you 2 resin models I built recently from Forge World. For Forge World resin. These are all Forge World resin models. They're not called Forge World anymore, but they're called like Advanced Design Studios or something like that, or Special Design Studios. But they make resin models still for Necromunda and Horus Heresy. This is probably one of my favourite models that they've released. Maybe it's a bit too bright for light on for light resin. And can I get it to focus on it? Yeah, look at this model. It's absolutely stunning. For a couple of issues with it where, you know, these areas here. Okay, let me get out of the way. There you go. These areas here, where some of the resin had kind of spilled out there and I had to cut it out, but that was... I actually can see I still need to do a better job with that. I kind of don't mind it. I kind of like the look of it being a bit dirty. And rough and badly hewn. But yeah, if this is a tech priest effect, I'll use it as a tech priest. Think about using it as a tech priest archaeologist now. And what's going to use it as a tech priest in my Imperial Guard army. But absolutely beautiful model. I love this. And you see that they still do release some. The Titan models they also want to keep very similar. This is also, this came with it. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this little guy, but he's beautiful. Or she is. It kind of reminds me of Scatholder in a way. Just give me a moment. Let's see if it can focus on it. You know what, I'm just going to tell it to my video captured. I can tell it to focus in a certain area of the screen rather than auto-focusing. So if I just hold my hand there, yeah, that's good. This little guy, this little fellow here with this little thing. Again, it's a Forge Road Games Workshop resin. Really nice working with this one though. This guy came perfect. But obviously he did his perfect. Everything about him. It's beautiful. Yeah, Gundam in resin build. Oh. Original Transformers are mostly metal. Oof. Oh yeah. I love it. I will say Forge Road resin is very, very nice. And having you worked with resin from 3D prints from other companies and from recasters, none of them get to this level of quality. Finecast is also just not to the same level. Do I have any Finecast miniatures? I don't. All of the new Old World models, they came back out as metal, or at least all the ones I got. I did convert some of these ones. These are a couple of Necromunda models, which I tried converting. I tried rebuilding her hand as best I could. It's not perfect. So that she could be holding... I wanted to turn into a priest and turn her staff into a flamethrower chainsword for a... Yeah, I went over the top of it. I was like, you know what? I can either go subtle or massively over the top. I'll just go ridiculously over the top and ruin the model. I thought it was fun. You know, I think that's stupid, but stupid fun. But yeah, if you actually look at the resin again on it, it's not bad. But the resin models of Forge Road are very, very nice. And the ones that they're still releasing, they are going still to plastic. But if you play Necromunda, you're going to be used to them releasing a super cool new model, and it's going to be in resin. And same in Horus Heresy. Quite often they're going to be releasing new models, and it's going to be in resin. And they're all the same design studio. They just don't. The main thing is they don't want to release new resin models of 40k. This is a model I tried converting and it wasn't as good. I wanted to give her a commissar hat. I tried rebuilding a hair under the commissar hat. We'll see if it's any good when it's actually painted. But the rest of the model's actually good. Because she's meant to be for Commissar for Command Squad. That Power Fist actually comes from Horus Heresy Space Marine. But yeah. Bye, Dr. Smilex. You have to go now. But yeah, Forge Road resin is really quite good. Oh wait, I do have a couple of other resin models. That are old ones. These are also Forge Road resin models. Again, I like to try making models my own, so I converted them with big old plastic bits. Like this guy, he looted stuff from the dwarves. So he's got covered in dwarven shields and artifacts and stuff. But you can see the resin again, it's high quality models. They're nice. Speaking of hats, I'd love to see if I can find a bit like a nightcap that would fit a fantasy dwarf, specifically for generic slayer. That way I can paint his skin blue and beard white. Oh, like a Smurf. I'm trying to think. Didn't Bugman from the Bugsman bar have like some hat like that? I'm gonna have to look up Bugsman bar. Don't forget to like the stream, everybody. Bugsman. Oh. Model sorry, salt. No, Bugman's bar had a helmet. Nah. I thought the one where he was on his cart had a hat like that. Oh no, that's a round helmet he has on. Never mind. Angriest Grandpa Smurf. Now this is a resin model I really like. This banner. This is very old model. In terms of like when it was originally made and designed. And they brought it back out for Old World. I like this model so much I didn't even try converting him. Or kit bashing or doing much with him. The one issue I do have with this model, this banner is such a heavy hunk of resin at the top that I've got all these bits of metal and magnets at the bottom and then just put another big hunk of resin at the back of him. Because otherwise he just falls down so easily. And even now he still falls down. Oh, but yeah, look at that chainmail. Painting that would destroy a brush though. Oh, sorry. So you got me onto Forge Road Resin. Forge Road Resin models are both a bane and a love of mine. Like, I really love Forge Road models. Oh, darn it, I tried to get the video configured back. There we go. There we go. Focus. Autofocus. Apply. Okay. 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 And press this button. And oh, yeah. And I can turn the light back on. Angriest pet. It does mean I'd have to be careful moving the mohawk if I do. What I'd advise is just make it out of green stuff. Like those little nightcaps are probably going to be easy enough to make. I've got a similar model, I guess, where I wanted to make a witch goblin. I might be able to find it. Yeah, witch goblin. I gave him a little witch's hat. Yeah. Because look, he's got a cauldron and everything. Oh, I love this. I love these tiny models that came in that starter set. There's some crazy scans on the internet. I got a post for that new Gundam, typically about $600. Just got 3 posts showing it available for 2,600, 5,800. Scalpers are such... Oh, scalpers are horrible. I really hate them. Once this Terminus Crux set comes out, I'm going to be constantly just like... Both Games Workshop website and both of the retailers I normally buy from, I'm just going to have them just constantly refreshing the pre-order pages to just buy it instantly. Because otherwise, scalpers are gonna scalp. But yeah, back to what I was doing. Okay, does this go here? It feels like it should. Oh, at the same time, feels like I'm missing something. You know, this is a beauty of choosing to make these with no idea, with no instructions. Okay, it's very clear what pieces are missing. What pieces are missing is... that feels like an arm piece. What piece are missing is very obvious. Some might say for most, that looks like a foot. Scalpers are the worst. And there seem to be more and more. There seems to be scalpers for absolutely everything now. You can't seem to do anything without having scalpers trying to just destroy it. I just don't know why. What possesses somebody to behave like that? Ugh, greed, ultimately. But half the time it doesn't even pan out for them. It definitely can't be that piece. Can't be that piece. But it's annoying when you just see like these areas where like these warehouses are just absolutely filled with rare memorabilia and stuff. Or do limited edition things. Or GPUs and all sorts. It's just absolutely filled because some scalper bought them up. And then just never sold it effectively. Just artificially inflated the market and then left it as it was. Almost like it's being controlled by some other groups. I feel like this model is double the standard price in an attempt to counter scalpers, only for it to backfire. Model should only cost around 300. Games Workshop has done a couple of things I feel like have worked well against scalpers before. And that was release a book, release something, instantly take it down, re-release it again without any grandiose applause, and then make a second print and release it again. That's what I feel like they should do. Whenever they do like a limited edition thing, they should just like have a second run of it again, like a few months down the line. Just so that scalpers get... know that it's and make it, if scalpers know a second print's going to come up anyway, it makes it less beneficial to try buying everything up. Well, the thing is, it's extremely expensive for companies actually to run second prints. Like Games Workshop, they do FOMO stuff, or what people call FOMO. Not because, you know, they hope lots of people buy it because it's limited edition or whatever. Well, for limited edition stuff, yeah. But most of the time it's because it's expensive having lots of things in print at the same time. And it's not really cost effective to do that. So they just print certain things at once. And this is why sometimes things go out of stock for really long periods of time. Because ultimately, they print in cycles. Certain products are being printed, then they'll get around to printing other products. And which is always why they're trying to cut things out. But it's... I don't know. I wonder how much printing capability GW has to keep up with command. I think at the moment the reason you're not seeing anything that's currently out of stock come back into stock isn't due to printing capability. It's because of the price rising coming in, and they don't want to bring it back into stock until the price rising takes effect. Because you see, everything that's coming out at the moment, everything new, is coming out with price rising already taken into account. Like new combat patrols, £105. Hi, Night Parade! £105. New models are slightly more expensive than you might expect. Some of them are cheaper than what I expected, to be honest, even not taking into account price rising. But then, when the price rise comes into effect, you're going to find suddenly all of the out-of-stock models, I feel like. Maybe not all of them, but a lot of them are suddenly going to be in stock again. I just don't think that, especially like for stuff like the Templar Combat Patrol and the Death Guard one that sold out like that, I don't think they want to bring it back out until they can profit the most from it. Because as soon as they do, it's just going to sell out again. There's already so many stores that have such a back order of demand on them. You want the model for a different reason than the model's popularity or limitations. I want this model because it has the most parts in a Gundam model today. Oh, I want to build the most complex model I can. That makes sense. In my opinion, if you do a box of pre-order, make the pre-orders made to order. Or take those into account. Yeah, I feel like a lot of the limited edition stuff now that they do, they should do like, you can't buy up multiple of them. They have done that in the past, but then some Warhammer store owners, like, especially stuff you can buy from the shops, have actually sold them just in bulk to somebody. And it's like, it's meant to be one per customer. Why did you just let that one person buy them all up? But if they need to do like 1 per customer or 2 per customer limitations, and preferably do at least some made to order stuff, like especially for limited edition codexes, I'd love that. But at the same time, I can understand why they only want a limited print, because I think with like for printing, they don't do made to order because it's like, especially like for special binds and stuff they do for books and special foil covers and stuff, they have to like make for order before selling it. So there's definitely limitations that they have to work with. You know, I'm going to have to read. Where did I put the instructions? I'm going to have to read the instructions to figure out these legs. Okay, so these bits. Oh yeah, those bits are feet. Okay. But new Gundam has 2,400 parts. Whoa, that's a lot of pieces. Keep a limited window, but make it in a way so you can gauge how many boxes you need to print before you end for one. Yeah. Would be nice if it did something like that. There, sorry, my throat is a bit of a mess. Wait, is that the correct foot of that piece, or is it this one? I feel like it's this one. Yeah, you must go here. Hey, you go like this. Yeah. They did it with Indomitus, but to be fair, Indomitus was a big and popular box. Yeah. I think it's just very difficult to gauge fan demand for stuff. Because there's definitely boxes that they've released and you might expect fan demand to sell a lot of them. And they've just been like on the Warhammer store and in various shops for ages and ages. Just not selling. And then you've had others which have had, you'd think, far less demand of them. Okay, now this feels like it should be going here. And why? Isn't it? Okay, where's the other foot? Not there. And there it is. Cupcake. No! Can you even name a puzzle for us? Yeah, I've had jigsaws that have had like 5,000 parts to them. And we had a 3D. Have you ever had those 3D jigsaw puzzles? We had one of them that had like 3,000 parts. And I think it was like Big Ben or something stupid. Well, they're very different from like a miniature. Most Warhammer sets only have a few hundred parts to them. And a lot of them will just be spare parts. Okay, he's got his cool Hammer Time boots on. Now, does that go there? Yes! We understand how one of the legs works. We had a ridiculous one of London Bridge that was massive. I don't think we ever attempted it. But one of like, whatever it was for us, it belonged to my sister. And I think my mother built it like twice. And she kept wanting to build it with my sister. I don't know if my sister ever actually spent any time on it with her. But my mother likes jigsaws. My father every so often buys her one that's like a picture of the cats or something. Do, 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 do. Okay, so I'm guessing it has to be this piece. Just to make sure, yeah. So this piece would go like that, yeah. I'm guessing for jigsaw, a Gundam like that, you'd definitely need the instructions. You don't want to just be guessing where each part goes. I remember the 3D puzzles, the New York Towers were a large 3D puzzle. Oh. I don't really remember the 3D puzzle much other than it being moved around around the house. It just being in the way when we're doing spring cleaning because it has a very big box. What do I do here? Okay, so I want the tractor gun piece. I need to figure out, I can't remember what's he meant to have equipped to him. New recruit, tell me. Ork, so it's stink bag boys, yeah. Okay, this is Steeler Sloshgrod. He's got a tractor blaster and a power claw. And he's got a super glowy thing. What does a super glowy thing do? Super glowy thing, mech model only. In your command phase, select one enemy unit within 18 inches and visible to the bearer, then roll 1d6. On a 1 or a 2, the enemy unit must take a battle shock test. On a 3 or a 4... the enemy unit suffers D3 mortal wounds. On a 5 or a 6, it just says remove the mech boy and any attached unit from play. Do not pass go. I'm joking. It says until the start of your next command phase, each time model in the enemy unit makes an attack, subtract 1 from the hit roll. The super glowy thing's fun. Although it's not as fun when the orcs aren't accidentally blowing themselves up, you know. Okay, so we don't want the custom Mega Blaster bit. That's a Power Claw bit. That looks like it's part of a Tractor Blaster, so let's take this. Yeah. This goes here. Like that. Yeah. Smoke 'em if you got 'em, boys. I don't even know. Oh, it means smoke your cigarettes if you got 'em. I thought that meant like smoke the enemy. Follow the steps very closely. If you don't, you'll flip. No, that sounds silly to me. What you meant, I think what you mean is you're meant to ignore the steps entirely and just wing it. Wing it, wing it, wing it, wing it, wing it, wing it. Oh, that's how it goes together. I'm a genius. I'm a genius. That's like a genius, but with more any, because you're an engineer at the same time. Like a genius engineer. Genius. You get it. You get it. You get where I'm coming from. Yeah, look at it. Tractor blaster. It needs its spinny gubbins though. Where's the spinny? You can't have a proper tractor blaster without some spinny gubbins here and there. Spinny gubbins, see what I mean? Spinny gubbins. When I screwed up in a $160 model. I was trying to do things that were looking cool, but they didn't go together after done out of order. One of the most expensive modelling expenses was not following for orders. Whoa. That's a great thing about Warhammer, I guess. Because the entire thing is kit bashing, and you glue the models together, you don't need to worry. I'm guessing this bit goes here. You know, this is the thing, when you build Ork models, you need to think like an Ork. Don't follow some instructions, you just guess which bit looks like it goes and which bit. And you put them together. And if it doesn't go together correctly, you're wrong, it does go together correctly. See, look at that. That looks right, doesn't it? I'm presuming that's correct. If it's not, it looks cool enough, I don't care. You do want to give him a little grot in a cage. We got a little grot in a cage here. Just like, grot in a cage. How are you doing, Matcha? Like, give him a grot in a cage for a head. Okay, what other parts do I want? I want to go into the Ork Boy kit and see what's in here. I think there's a power claw or something I can steal. Yeah, power claw. Oh no, it's the wrong arm. Sad. Okay, so this is meant to be his power claw, I feel like. Do, 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 do. Winging it cost me too much money. Yeah, I guess with Gunpla you don't wing it. To be fair, if I bought Gunpla, I probably still would wing it. And I know it would be stupid to wing it, but I never said I make good decisions. I just make decisions. In Gunpla, you might want to build for arms and weapons first, only to find out that they attach to a main frame. If you did build that frame first. Yeah, but then you just cut some pieces here and there, do a little bit of gluing. It works. I do like how the big mechs are actually kind of in an exosuit. Like, he's not so big because he's a big fella. Well, he kind of is for an orc compared to a space marine. But like, he's got this exosuit, and like, there's this normal leg, and then he's there, and like, the exosuit goes all the way up his body, all the way up this arm to there, where his power weapon is. And he's just holding it like that. It's really cool design for a big mech. I really like it. I feel like they need to do something like this for Guardsman as well, and for Tau. Like, there needs to be a Photon character like that. They already kind of have the exosuits with a Thunderkin. But it could have, like, an actual Photon character like this. Or, like, a melee-focused Photon that has a exosuit. And it'd be cool to have, like, a nimble fire warrior type thing, which has an exosuit rather than a crisis battle suit. And maybe something like this for Necromunda too. Or Horus Heresy. Maybe it wouldn't fit in with the Astra Militarum. But eventually you could convert it and use it in the Astra Militarum. Hahaha. Okay, I'm looking at this kit for spare arms and stuff. Okay, never mind. That kit's not going to be great for... What about spare heads? Rather than giving him a typical mech boy head, we could try finding a head from this. Nah, none of them seem particularly cool. Or if I do want to give that to a normal orc. Oh. Okay, what I think is that I'm meant to put just the spanner arm on his other arm. Because there's no other arms in here. I mean, orcs do like their spanners and ventures. And this goes like that. Which is okay. Your ideas of an exosuit is basically the same as Alien 2 for, right? Probably. But exosuits are cool. Can use them in all sorts of things. Oh my gosh, I think he has a battery pack on top of his head for it. It does, he's even got the little lightning. Oh my gosh, that's adorable. He's got a lightning symbol of a battery that charges it, and he keeps it on top of the head. Oh, that means all he needs to do is shoot there and the entire suit just stops working. Oh my goodness, it's so stupid. I love it. Oh, orcs. The beautiful, beautiful creatures. Nothing they can do is ever wrong. Oh, yeah, till tomorrow, yeah. I think in something like that for Photon and Fire Warriors could be really good. Okay, so I like Edge of Tomorrow. It's a fun Groundhog Day. It's based on a manga, I believe. Okay, that goes like there. Then we have battery goes on top. That's what this piece is. It's the battery. Oh. It's so stupid. I love it. It's even on a little... It doesn't even need to be on top of it. He could have it on the back. But then some orc might steal it if it's on his back. That's why it's on a stick and on top of his head so no one can steal it from him. But then it's just like it's a big target. But then maybe he's got like a force field around it. That's why. I never thought about it in a groundhog perspective. Really? That's all I've ever heard it talked about. Like, the only other times I've heard it really be mentioned much is in, like, people talking about different takes on for Groundhog Day. Oh. Yeah, so that's how that all goes together. So, not sure what this piece is all about. You know, in the end, I don't think that piece is meant to go on the end of it, but I put it there. That's where it's staying. Oh, that's what these are meant to be, the tractor blaster part. So that's a tractor blaster. Yeah. Oh, that's meant to be like the energy part for the back. It's meant to go on his back. Oh, no, I got it on the front. I like that. See, when you don't follow the instructions, you make your own versions of things. And it's fun. It's a novel originally. Oh, it was a novel. Oh. Was that a Japanese novel or did it just get a manga? I know it became a manga. I thought it became a manga. Or was it a light novel originally? The novel originally I read a couple of years before the film was announced. Different in a lot of areas, yeah. I've heard the writer liked it though. Really liked the take on it. So this piece is meant to go, what, here? Okay, that piece is meant to go exactly there. Yeah. I've heard it talked about in the Groundhog. Never heard about it talked. I thought it would not. I'm not considered as iconic as Yeah, it's not as iconic as Groundhog Day. Often when it is talked about in that perspective, it's because it's a It's often talked about in the fact that it's considered a good foam. It's a unique take on it, and they did it well. And it follows a lot of the same things of your main character starts off being a, you know, a bit of a jerk in a way. And also having a random love interest within it. Well, the things that it has diverges from and what people really like about it diverging from it, what doesn't necessarily make it better than the original Groundhog Day is one, it tells you why they're groundhogging. And it gives you an explanation, which a lot of Groundhog Days don't necessarily do. And it is nice when they decide to do that, and it makes kind of sense. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but it makes enough sense. And the second thing about it is it's got a more clear goal within the story. Like each time there's a very clear thing he's trying to achieve and some way that he can achieve it. And those are two things about it that's nice about the Groundhog Day. Adding the fact, I don't want to spoil it for other people. But yeah, there's also a few other unique bits it has in that the original Groundhog Day didn't have in that are nice additions or nice differences. Its original name is All You Need Is Kill. It's probably classed as a light level as it's not very long, yeah. Okay, what are we doing? So that part goes there. This part goes here. No. That feels upside down though. Yeah, it's definitely upside down. Okay, no, that's not upside down, but no, wait, no, wait. It's the correct way for it. It's meant to go. Yeah, so this bit goes that direction. And it goes something like that. Or like that. Like that. Instructions. Don't want to look, but feel like maybe I oughta. Oh man, a foe's Orks. Yep, this guy is an Ork. The selfish part behind Grounded Day is that a main character gets to become the greatest person with a life of a real main character. Guess so in a way. Where's the instructions gone? Darn it, I already destroyed them. Nope, they're down here. Okay. Talks about that yeah, that piece goes that way. We're aware of that one. We're aware of that one. Aware of that one, aware of that one. Aware. Okay. That's what this tiny little goofy part's for. The goofy part comes in, cause it goes over here. Na, 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 na. Like that. That's how it fits on. Imagine having 1,000 attempts at making your true love fall in love with you. That's very hard. I have like... no idea who I'd even do that to. I don't care about things like that. Okay, so then does this go up like the bottom of there? Feeling like the answer is maybe yeah, no. Hi, so Honey Rose, how you doing? One interesting difference between the novel and the films is that in the book, the aliens are launching a surprise attack on the protag base, not the humans launching the attacks on the aliens. Ooh. That does make an interesting difference. Okay, so it goes on like that. Oh, that works. Now, I wanted to change this weapon out, but I'm not sure how I would change it out now. I want to give him like a proper power claw. I think I'll change the arm out. I think it's kind of boring just giving him a spanner arm, especially since big mechs can't repair things nowadays. You haven't been here because I've been playing Pal World and also War Thunder. I hope you've been having fun. Yeah. Nah, I don't know. I don't really care about that entire sort of love and all of that thing. I don't really think it's for me. Da, 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 da. Does that go for... no. Okay, this piece definitely does not go on this model. On this weapon. But it's definitely not meant to. But you know, just because it's not meant to doesn't mean you can't stick it on. Yep, I like it. I like it there. Let's just push and bend at this thing. Amazing. But I have a question. Did you know that Games Workshop is planning on adding 2 new Chaos Gods? I don't think they are. But, you know, maybe they will. Yeah, I'm just happy with my little Warhammer models. There we go. Yeet. Plus, I think if I'd cared for somebody, I'd just, you know, ask them out. And if they said no, that's fair enough. That's that done. Will somebody else come along? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe so. In the end, I'll be happy either way. Yeah. Okay, what else do I want to do? We need to give him an arm. What type of arm do I want to give him for? I've got like all sorts of stuff in this box here. I could give him a Xenos arm. I mean, Orks would do that. They'd grab a Xenos arm onto themselves. We give him a Necron. Oh, we could give him some Necron-y gun bits to his tractor grappler. Oh, that could be cool. Warhammer Orks aren't the same. No, they're not. They are very, very different to the Tolkien type Orks. Okay, where is an Orky arm? An Orky arm? An Ork arm? Where is an Ork arm? Ork. I know any good arm would do. But preferably an Ork one. Ooh. I've got this one. We'll move this bit here. Give him a chain axe. He's got a chain axe. Of course, he's a tough old boy. He's a tough old git. Don't worry, Orks love being called a git. It's fine. A bit short though. Short! That's going in the book. You're an orc, not a dwarf. Dwarf! It's going in the book. Nah, it doesn't really fit. It's too big for a weapon. Okay, I've got some other bits and pieces over here. Can I get them on? No. Orc heads. Oh, there's one orc head here. Doesn't look very knob-like, big mech-like though. Nah, it's a boring head. I'm gonna swap his head out. It needs to be interesting. And I can also search my spare orcs and goblins parts. Ooh. Oh, I thought that was a cool arm, but unfortunately it's a left arm. Now, orcs have been known to put right arms where left arms are meant to be and left arms where right arms are meant to be, but still, it looks a bit silly when they do it. You know, I've got a big shooter arm here. Oh, he is a, what's it called? A death skull. Oh, that it looks kind of a bit stumpy on him, but still, that's cool. But now I'm thinking, I need to look at some different model kit. Oh gosh, here we go. But it's my Fantasy World bits box. Lots of bits in there. Lots of Orky bits, lots of Troll bits, lots of Goblin bits. Dwarven cannons. Are they corrupted elves? No. Orks in 40k are fungus. They're not corrupted elves. How well would AM do in Warhammer? I don't know what AM is. Centipede in a big old giant's hand. Okay, dwarven cannons, no. When the Similarian, we get what I consider cannon. There's also a thing about from Orks in Lord of the Rings being dug up from the ground. We got this arm. How does that look? That looks a bit better. And green stuff up the gaps. That's nothing to worry about. Also might be able to get some cool heads in here. What about this arm? Nah, it's a bit boring. Morgoth corrupted her first arms. Although Orcs and Eldar were made at the same time by the same entities in 48k timeline, I'm not sure fantasy. Kind of the same in fantasy. I believe Orcs were made by the old ones originally. Look at little snotling. Good, that can make Ripper. Leo. Nah, don't think I'm gonna get anything cool in for fantasy parts. For Firstborn, what else? Morgoth corrupted for Firstborn, and for Firstborn, what else? You don't know what AM is? AM being with infinite hate, what makes corn not cute? I am the AI who suffers fuss, does infinitely unspeakable things. I have no mouth, but I must scream. Oh, that thing. I think that's just a typical Monday sort of thing in the 40k universe. I think they've made multiple references to I have no mouth and I must scream in 40k books and just random stories. Short stories, that is. Okay, I don't really have any spare cool arms or anything to use. I might give him a slugger arm though, because I just want him to have a slugger. Oh yeah, that's a cool slugger. That's something I feel mech can do with. One theory is that because Morgoth couldn't create anything new, he made corrupted animals and reshaped them into copies of elves. Oh. Yeah, Tolkien kind of flip-flopped a lot when it came to the origin of the Orks. He ultimately wanted them to basically be wholly evil, though. Hold on, if Tyranids eat everything, then what eats the Tyranids or the Tyranids? For Tyranids, if they eat everything, they'll just move on to another galaxy. There's a theory that the Tyranids are fleeing something. What? We don't know. But it's just a theory. A Warhammer theory. There's also the theory that the Tyranids were created by the Old Ones, and that they might be the rebirth of something. Like one of the Catan or something. There's a lot of theories about the Tyranids. It doesn't help that they flip-flopped on the lore about Tyranids quite a lot. Like, a lot of the times we speak about retcons and Games Workshop, yeah, a lot of the times it's not retcons. It's like the lore can exist next to one another. It's just that we get new information that puts old lore into light, effectively, into new light. But when it comes to Tyranids, that lore has been retconned heavily and flip-flopped about. Like, they're probably the most retconned faction, or like the faction that's received the most significant retcons and changes. And where some things happened with them, and then they're really like, no, we don't like that, we're changing that. The other factions have probably had more all in all, but that's because like the other factions are just older and date back to Rogue Trader, where the Tyranids kind of date back to Rogue Trader for like the Gene Stealer cult, but the Gene Stealer cult and Tyranids were distinct separate entities at first. So The more I read about Tyranids, the more it's like, yeah, they just really... It's like, even now, they just keep changing stuff. Not at random, but... They do change it a lot. Why don't they go? They will go eventually go after those death roads. You have to remember the Tyranids are attacking the entire universe. It's just that the entire Imperium is effectively in the way of them getting to there. There are certain worlds the Tyranids actively avoided, but... And that's mostly... It's like they've avoided Necron tomb worlds. That's mostly just because they don't want to fight for Necrons, rather than they can't eat the Necrons. It's just they recognise as a threat there that if they don't disturb it, it's not going to do anything to them. Where's my green stuff? It's over here. Read in chat. I can't remember with the name, but there's a Tyranid fleet that attacks other Tyranid fleets. Oh yeah, there's a High fleet. Yeah, I forgot its name as well. Anthony knows this. Yeah, stream. Apparently YouTube's telling me there's a lot of stream issues, but my computer tells me that my internet and everything else is still fine. It's not dropped significantly. Hydra. Yeah. Hydra Dominatus. Okay, I don't need much green stuff at all. Do you mean the giant Balrog? The Balrog and stuff. Is that what you're talking about? Are you talking about things below even them? Okay, I think I need more blue in my green stuff. Kind of think I'm trying to remember what you were talking about. I remember reading about something a while ago. That's a bit like what you're talking about. This glove has seen better days. Those are the nameless things Gandalf mentions when talking about fighting for Balrog. Oh. Da 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 da. Na 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 na. token is crazy. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. In some regards, I really love Tolkien's world building. In other regards, I'm not the greatest fan. There we go. I don't like the fact it's all flat here. I'm just gonna have to trim it out and just reshape it a little. There we go. Nathan, hello! How you doing? So I did terribly last night, but at least I had a fan come out and support me. Yay! I mean, all you can do is try your best and have fun. And sometimes, not even trying your best, you don't need to try your best. Sometimes you just need to have fun. But sometimes trying your best just tuckers you out and stresses you out and makes it hard to have fun. But also, it's nice to have a fan come out and support you, or people support you. You know what? Don't want him shooting like that. No, I want him shooting like up in the air. I think that would be fun. Just like look at me! I'm shooting my gun. No, I don't want him like that, actually. I feel like this. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. Why did the slivers from the Magic the Gathering bet the Tyranids in Magic the Gathering what was this? Beat the Tyranids? I don't really know anything about Magic the Gathering and the crossover, to be quite frank. So don't ask me questions about it. You're not going to really get any answers. There we go. Okay, I now need to get my sculpting tools out, which I wasn't expecting to use today. Whoops. Whoopsie daisy. Oh, I'm dizzy. This is why I need to take an easy week this week. In the novels after falling from the bridge, Gandalf talks about there being ancient creatures that he doesn't want to go into detail about. It's implied that the Balrog wanted to avoid them. Yeah. Honestly, it's a wonder places like the Shire survive at all in the world of Lord of the Rings. Now I need a soft brush. A soft sculpt tool here. This will do. No, I need a higher detail one. This will do. There we go, yeah. Smooth out these things. I want some muscle definition. I don't want Tyranid or Nurgling looking pustules. That's too much definition and detail. That just makes it look like he's got no skin over this muscle. That's better. Okay, now you push off from over there. Then scrape this over there. Gandalf, Sauron, Saruman were all Maya, as well as a Balrog. Yeah. And then as Night Parade said, you had the other monsters of the deep that the Balrog wanted to avoid. There we go. Don't need to be too detailed there because this is just going to be stuck over the arm, hiding a lot of it. No, it goes the other way. Where's the box? Yeah, it goes this way. Need it to fit on. There we go. That's how it fits on. BRB, bye bye. They sang the song of creation together. Here we go. Which face do we want to go for? I want to go for this face, I feel like. I like both. But this one feels more mechy. Do. Okay, then we need to put the battery pack on the back, which I absolutely adore. Oh, it goes over. It's so stupid. It goes on top of his head. Why? Oh, why did they design it like that? I don't know, but it's beautiful. See, these are things I couldn't design because I'll just be constantly second guessing myself. Like, do you think that people would even like this? Or do you think it's too stupid? It's an Ork, but you have to then go, it's an Ork. There's no such thing as too stupid. It's just, is it fun? The answer is yes. Yes, it is fun. So, no, it's not stupid. Okay, what I'm thinking is a little tractor beam cat. Oh, wait. What if we have... Oh, we steal these Necron arms, right? And we stick them to this part of the model. So they're holding on to this thing. So the Necron's like stolen some Necron arms just to help hold his gun together. Quite literally. Oh, I'm doing that. It's literally holding his gun together. Genius, Quadro. Oh, da 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 da. There isn't a question that you could come up with that you don't know the answer to. Okay, what is the closest star to the... What's it called? The closest star to Middle Earth, besides their own sun. Is that a question you can answer? Or is that one a bit too facetious? Because I would be interested if he did actually come up with lore about that. Yes, it works. My own genius amazes me. I know he's got a little bit of plastic on still, like on the joint part, but that's important. That's a arguably bit to hold it together. I go so deep into Lord of the Rings lore, it isn't even funny. There isn't a question you could come up with, I don't. Okay, what's the answer though? What's the answer? What's the closest star besides their own star to Middle Earth then? Proxima. Proxima is the closest in proximity to them. Yeah. No. That's cool to know. Proxima Cilici. Are there any other planets with life besides potentially the Undying Lands in the Lord of the Rings universe? Okay, this might be the most genius idea I've ever had in my entire life. Look at it, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's almost as beautiful as a battery on top of his head. Proxima is an IRL thing. Our closest star is Alpha Centauri. Hi, 12 Aliphatras. The closest star to the Sun is Proxima Centauri, located 4.25. Oh no, it's called part of the Alpha Centauri system. Proxima Centauri is the star, which also includes the brighter stars, Alpha Centauri A and B. Isn't Aandris flying ship and the Similaria on it considered a star in the middle of lore? Oh, can I make a suggestion? Can we cut a goblin or orc head into a cupcake shape? I don't think I've got the capabilities. They're too tiny. I don't think I could cut them into a good old shape without... The only thing I'd be able to do is I just have a piece of plastic that looks kind of like a cupcake, and there'll be like nothing left of the head. So we then cut this piece here like that, and then we glue it here. How many more of these am I going to need? I'm going to use them for other Orky conversions, like for looted things as well, for the gun parts anyway. But as I said, I like to try making most of my models, or at least especially characters, a bit of my own thing. For certain models, I'm like, yeah, I'll just build from assets. Like this one, the only change I did is really change how they wanted the arms to be positioned. This one, just built as is. But that's because they're kind of expensive. And for really beautiful models. This model I really, really like, so I don't want to change it up too much, but I did want to change it up a little. Okay, I'm going to steal some more orc arms. Not orc arms, the Necron arms. Necron arm, Necron arm, Necron all the way. How many more do I need? I need one here. Okay, I only need one. Closest galaxy is a debate between Canis and Andromeda. Yeah, I think it's Andromeda. The likelihood of there being another planet in the system, in the galaxy at the moment, that has intelligent life on it, capable of wielding technology and forming society, is honestly so unlikely that it's a miracle that we actually exist. The likelihood that within the time period the galaxy's been around, that there's more than one, or that there's even one, let alone more than one in the galaxy, is, you know, whatever. Life itself is probably not that uncommon. Microscopic life is probably quite common across the galaxy. I say quite common, relatively common. We found the building blocks of life, and plenty of evidence of the building blocks of life across the galaxy. And water's pretty abundant and stuff. Oh, look at that though, it's so beautiful. I like that gun. Is there anything else that we need to do to him? Or do you think he's fine? Should I mean, usually they've got like this little banner on the back. Do we want the spanner banner? The spanner banner. Do you want a spanner banner? Can you handle the spanner banner? Do you want a spanner banner? The spanner banner of life. Ba-na-na-na-na. Spanner banner. Do 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 do. Spanner banner. Sorry, I just got the spanner banner song in my head. You know, Spanner Banner song's popular. Listen to it all the time. Turn on the radio. Spanner Banner songs just on. Turn on YouTube. Everyone's got the Spanner Banner song as a background song. Like always, the next video in your playlist. Spanner Banner, do 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 do. Spanner Banner, do 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 do. Spanner Banner. Sorry, I'm joking. I'm making random stuff up about a non-existent song. You think he could do with a hand? A big old hand? Should we tune-it him? You know that new photon model? Has he got any trophy? He doesn't have any trophies. We could literally give him a goblin in a cage as a trophy. Oh my gosh, we could cut out the battery and put a goblin in a cage as a battery. Oh wait, I could cut out some of these bits on top, right? So we can put on the goblin in a cage on top of it. Oh, that would be so stupid. Let's look. What other stuff could he take as a trophy throw in here? I was looking for another banner. I swear I had another one. I might have used it already. No, I want to use it for something else. I mean, technically he does have some trophies here, you know, for Necron arms. Our solar system is kind of unique, but it's not so unique that it can't exist like elsewhere in the galaxy in abundance. The main issue is just all of the different things that... Because the thing is we aren't just intelligent. In being intelligent is just one thing. Second is we're dexterous. We're very dexterous. Yeah. Third thing is we're social. We have a way of verbally communicating, vocally communicating. We have a lot of ways of communicating. We're a herd animal. But we're also aggressive because we're also a predator. So we're a social animal. We are capable of working together in a sort of, you know, ant-like way. Like, in terms of how we just naturally work together, our closest relatives in, like, that societal rise is ants and bees and stuff like that. There's very few animals who have that same level of cooperation in just general existence. In level of intelligence, there's plenty of animals with the same level of intelligence as us, if not higher. Intelligence is just one of the things. There's very few animals that have the same level of vocal capabilities as we do, and just general communication, and very few animals that have the very same level of extreme dexterity that we do, which both help. So we've just got like a lot of things came together for humans to be able to do what we do. A lot of very unique, difficult aspects. Most of the animals, none of them are necessarily unique. Bees and ants have our societal structure. Plenty of animals are as intelligent as us. Plenty, there's some animals who are as dexterous, if not more dexterous than us. And there's plenty of animals that are quite social, if not more social than us. It's just, there's very few animals that have more than one of them, let alone all of them combined. On top of that, we survived multiple extinction level events within the existence of the human race. And on top of that, in our 2 million years of humans existing as humans as we know them today, it's only in the past 20,000 years that we started really buckling down. And only in the past 8,000 of them that we really got to handle off the idea of technology. So it's... You have to realise just how much came together for humanity to survive. Have any of you... I'm not a big fan of buying cups. But this is it. It's... Humans really got lucky developing extra vocal cords and opposable thumbs. Yeah, that helped. If you can't create fire, you aren't capable of understanding particle physics. There's a shrimp underwater that can create plasma. And there's definitely fire that exists underwater. There's sulfur vents. There's all sorts. It's generally accepted, though, that developing technology underwater, it would be very, very difficult. You don't necessarily need to understand particle physics to really get forward. Like, humanity didn't get to where it is today because it understood particle physics. Well, it did in the past few years, the past 100 years. But before then, we didn't need to know particle physics to get to where we are. I kind of like that. Because he's got a spanner in his mouth. But yeah. On top of that, it's like humans themselves just coming... The other thing about humans is that we have a naturally really good tendency to survival and adapt to our environment. We are warm-blooded, important. We are... What else do we have? We can have quite a varied diet. I can't, but most humans can. I think part of the fact of humanity is its survival is diversity amongst humans. Like, people have been studying autism and allergies and stuff like that. And why are they so common amongst humans? Why do we get these things? And, like, why do people like me with my stomach exist? Like, because there's plenty of people who have stomach conditions like me, and not a lot are as bad as me. There's quite a few who are as bad as me, some worse. But how would have they survived? And some would say they wouldn't have, but if they didn't, I wouldn't be around today. Or at least I wouldn't have my stomach problem. Or at least nowhere near as many people would. That's the thing. And one of the big theories is that humans, one of our survival methods because humans have very little resistance to poison, and a lot of animals have a lot of resistance to various things eating that humans just don't seem to have. And it doesn't even seem that ancient humans had those resistances either. But people like me with my stomach condition would be able to pick up issues in food a lot quicker than anybody else could. And one of my things is that I can become ill so quickly with something and expel something from my system so quickly that I can actually avoid getting fatal symptoms from food products that could otherwise prove fatal. Or, be like, I've had food. I've shared food that's like had food poisoning and stuff with my parents. It hit me first, but didn't hit me the hardest. Because it just goes through my system so much quicker. It's like... So I feel like that's one of the things. It's like, you're going to have these people who have... I think that sort of diversity and just aspects of humanity has really helped. And I think autism itself has... through diversity and thought that humans has also helped us develop technology and ways of thinking and philosophy and all of that stuff. Hi, Nanofate! Did I say hello to you earlier? I can't remember. The oldest animal ever found was a 500-year-old quahog clam? Was it? I thought the oldest animal was a turtle. Oh. Isn't quahog where the Family Guy is? Well, that was a panic-inducing. Just spilled half a can of cola into my... Oh, no! Wait, it's durable and it turns out it just needs a deep cleaning. Okay, that's good. Don't plug it in your keyboard again, because that's the issue. If you get water or any wetness onto an electrical product, turn it off immediately and don't plug it in again until it's dry. The damage doesn't come from the water. The damage comes from when it's got water on it and then it tries sending an electrical signal through it. There's a physics known as cavitation. Yep. More people living via advances in medicine means more recessive traits get passed down, and if they are actively detrimental. Well, that's the thing. It's like the advances in medicine that would have meant my stomach would survive. My parents don't have that trait. My siblings don't have the trait. My parents' siblings don't have the trait. My grandparents on either side don't have the trait. And that basically goes all the way up to WW2. Then you go all the way to... So that means the trait itself... Oh, maybe they do to some extent. I think my grandfather has had a bit of a funny stomach, not to the same extent. And my father has a bit of a funny stomach, but again, not to the same extent. Although it's my grandfather on my mother's side and my father on my father's side, because he's my... But you know... But yeah, it's... So I don't necessarily think that it's a bad trait that's being passed down. In terms of advances in medicine has helped survive a lot of it. And in fact, if anything, the trait is potentially worse nowadays, since if anything, the trait should have been killing us off a lot sooner, because the worst thing for me is grains. Grains isn't something... Well, it's one of the worst things for me. Garlic and Garlic, not olives. Garlic and onions are the worst thing for me. They're something you probably wouldn't eat in the wild, if I'm entirely honest with you. Grains are really bad for me. But that's something that humanity started eating en masse with the rise of farming and the start of civilization. And that's something I can't handle very well. White grains I can handle better than brown grains. The difference between them is effectively the brown grains have basically a skin on them that the white grains remove. I think there's a bit more difference than that now, but what else is there? Fruits is another one, but you love garlic and onion. I like garlic. I like the flavour, but it can kill me. As humans are poison tolerant depends on the definition of poisons. Like spicy food is spicy and colourful to warn off animals from eating it, and we do it anyway. Yeah. We are actually quite resilient to a lot of poisons and stuff. We're resilient to a lot of foods, a lot of other animals just can't eat at all. But then there's a lot of foods that a lot of animals can eat that we just can't eat at all. There's a theory that diabetes may have developed as a way for humans to stay warm during the Ice Age. High glucose can apparently slow blood freezing. Ooh. The most resilient creature on Earth is also the tardigrade. Yeah. I can survive in the vacuum of space. Your time favourite spices are garlic and onion. Oh, one of the things I did when I went to university and I became super ill, and it's before I knew how bad my entire system is, or do you know of it, I had a better diagnosis for what it is. When I started university, I was like, okay, I have to be responsible for myself. So I'll cook proper meals and I'll eat it all. I won't be picky. I won't do all of that stuff. And I ate onion. Like, I bought these. I went to M&S and they had these really good deals on ready meals and stuff. And I made sure to read all of the nutrition and all the things it's got in it. I'm like, you know what? These are actually really nutritious. As long as I avoid certain stuff, none of this is going to be bad for me. It's all going to be good. And there were really some really good deals there. I was like, yeah. So I bought them up. I was like, I'll eat the onion. And then I was just super, super ill. It was like, oh. But I wasn't aware if it was just the food I was eating or stress. And then the doctors are telling you, no, onion can't be bad for you. And it's like, what do you mean? Eat more greens, eat more fiber. And it's like, okay. Okay, I was literally dying. I remember being once, just like, for entire, I couldn't move. I was just so ill. I could barely move, but thankfully I had stockpiled on like muffins and cola. I literally just crawled for a week and managed to survive. Like that. It's like, yeah. Oh, it was stupid. And then finally I had this doctor who was like the lead. It turns out he was a leading world expert. I can't remember his name. On like these stomach type conditions and stuff. And he basically was like, yeah, ignore all of the advice doctors have told you. It's killing you. It was bad. Alcohol was a strong influence as to why humans survived the Ice Age. Probably. There's a lot of things. The other thing is humans probably wouldn't have evolved if the dinosaurs weren't wiped out. And it's impossible to tell if dinosaurs had already had or didn't have an intelligent, a creature of human potential. that already existed or not. And if it did or didn't exist, if it could have survived and thrived like humanity did. And if the dinosaurs didn't get all wiped out, if something like humans could have evolved, it's very possible, without the dinosaurs and without the multiple extinction events that occurred since then to pave the way for humans to appear, it's possible humans may have never appeared. Like, we have to remember, after the dinosaurs got wiped out, there was a bird, there were a few giant birds around that absolutely dominated the predator scene. And they would probably tear apart humanity, into like early humanity. Even with all our spikes and wooden tools and stone clubs and stuff. Oh. Alcohol also raises blood glucose. Yeah. If you use dehydrated pineapple on a pizza, it works fine. Most people hate pineapple pizza because they use moist pineapple that steams the pizza. Yeah. I think it's also a lot of people don't like the idea of sweet and savoury together. And pineapples are sweet. That being said, pizzas themselves have tomato on, which is quite sweet. It's not just sweet, it's got a weird... Pineapple has a tang to it. I don't think people necessarily like that on for pizza. Or with the food. I know I've never liked pineapple on pizza, dehydrated or fresh. That's because I don't really like pineapple either. I think it tastes awful. Oh, God. Trophies! We were talking about trophies earlier. I got some trophies. These trophies are made in China, unlike most Games Workshop models. Oh yeah, that's one thing I want to check quickly while I'm here. Don't forget to like the stream. Next week, what's coming? Oh gosh, oops. That's not what I wanted to show you. There you go. Oh, I'm a silly Billy. Streams within streams, yeah. I need to bring that up so I can actually see the stream statistics again. And see the chat. There we go. But yeah. Sunday preview, enter Spirewoods. Oh, the Underworld stuff's here. That's like their kill team, isn't it? Oh, those are cool. I like those models. They're so cool. And there's a new stuff here. Oh, new stuff. What are they? They're cool models. I want them in 40k. They're cool as well. Reavers of Ruin. Skaven! That looks more like it's meant to be a Nurgle model, not a Slanesh. Well, Slanesh likes all body types. That looks more like an Orc model, not a Nurgle model. That looks like a Dilacquid, you know, from Necromunda. Doesn't it? It looks like the... Give me a moment. Lizardmen, my beloved. More other games. Necromunda. Shop for all. Photos. Go down. House. Delacqua. View results. These guys. Look. these guys. This fella. Same picture! Oops, new tab. Same picture! But what's over here? Oh, very cool. Look, big ol' pineapple fit to pineapple. Oh, stop naming things made on pineapple. I don't like pineapple. Look at these ghouls. Look at ghosty ghosts. Yeets and Goliaths. Oh my gosh, Nobblers. And a hunter. We already got them. And that thing. So cool models. The War of Scepters! Scepter! Scepter does not... Scepter's back! Scepter's here! Oh, the new leech piece are finally here! Oh! Oh my gosh, look at this combat force. Look at that combat force. What the heck are those things? I don't know. Look at those Bane Blades. Oh my gosh, look, it's an ultramarine! More ultramarines! And this thing is already out. We saw that the other day when we were looking at them. Oh, and a Blood Blow plush! I hope those spikes aren't actually plush and they're actually metal, so every time you hug it, you hurt it. A pineapple is eternal. Oh, Yarick! A box set of Yarick. I kind of want to buy that. I might actually buy that. That's so cool. It just says Yarick in big words. Edion for Auric Hammer. I kind of want to get that because that just looks cool. Edilon. The Commander Primus Edilon has claimed many titles through the annals of his infamy. Oh, Fulgrim the Perfect Son. It's coming to French. Readers. Oh no. Oh, it's available to everybody. As well. And that's coming to French readers as well. Oh. Siege of Terror Omnibus coming to French readers. It's nice of expanding that stuff. I was hoping that would get the Terminus Crux box set. But whatever. Those are cool models though, new Leech Beasts. You suddenly want Takoyaki? I do not want Takoyaki. I want Takoyaki, just not made of octopus. I don't like the idea of eating octopus. I want it made with like... I don't know. Minced beef. Oh, minced beef balls. Oh yeah, that sounds nice actually. And look at the Royal Heralds. I kind of want them to add Royal Heralds to, what's it called? Total War. They'd like make such a good unit. Oh, look, those night goblins are so cool. You can offer fillings. You can have other fillings in Takoyaki. Yay! Oh, what are those things called? Oh, for street vendors, it's minced beef usually, and sometimes minced pork. And for fried, it's like deep fried, and they come in like squares. It's like a word for them. I can't remember what they're called. I made some of them, and they're super nice. I've actually tried. I haven't tried takoyaki with octopus. Because I don't like the idea of eating octopus. I don't like how fit shellfish either. So yeah, most of that doesn't interest me too much, or what's coming next week. Some of it does. Ooh, Dawn of War 4 trailer. New Dawn of War trailer. Monolith. Blasting at prime. Oh! In night. Oh! A big. Oh, it's so cool. It's so cool. Are those new drop pods? Or are they the old drop pods? They kind of look like they got the shorter doors of the new drop pods. That sounds like Tonakatsu. It might be. The really cheap stuff. It's really cheap to get in Japan. It's like a hash brown, but instead of potato, it's got. Actually, I think it is like potato on the outside. You can get them for like 99. I say 99p. You can get them relatively cheaply from shops and stuff in Japan. Oh, but yeah, nothing super exciting. The release of the new Warhammer Underworld stuff is pretty exciting, I guess. But the new Sector's Fury journal sounds pretty fun, especially for new lore for Tomb Kings. Especially since CA's been updating Tomb Kings. Oh, maybe that's why they've been updating Tomb Kings recently, to get everyone thinking about Tomb Kings, and then suddenly, new Tomb King model. These are beautiful models. I don't know how they do it. Every single time they release a Tomb King model, it's always a hit. Like, they never do a miss with a Tomb King model. They're always fire. Oh, it's beautiful. Look at that beauty right there. Oh. It's got a little undead vulture on top. Tanix, the imperishable, will never fail. For he is eternal, the true final shape. Fried Park's like a potato crochet. Kind of. I think what it is, it's, if I remember correctly from the recipe I followed ages ago, you get like some minced beef and you wrap it in mashed potato, you flatten it, and then you fry it up. And that's what it is. Okay, what heads do I want on the thing? I'm thinking Custody head, nah. You know, half a Terminator skull on his face might be pretty fun. And then like a demonic skull. Oh, Ram's skull could work. No. I want like a skull with horns sticking out of it. Yeah, like that. Yeah, we can put that on this banner. Sounds like a pseudo fried shepherd's pie, kind of. Meat and potato croquette. The very powerful Japanese dish. I can't remember what anime I was watching. I remember I started like doing a thing where I just cooked things I saw in animes. I started with like various things in Flying Rich because that's what inspired me to try cooking. Actually, maybe the mouth. Nah. And then there was like an anime where they had the fried things. It was like for 99 yen or something like that. I was like, oh, cheap meaty fried goodness. And that led to also deciding to try and cook some other stuff from Skyrim. Very popular Japanese dish. Yeet. I think those are called cupcakes, basically Japanese cookies. Probably that was it. When it comes to anime, I don't watch a lot of stuff that comes out lately. Same. There are still some good shows, so probably I need to look at what animes are out there at the moment. Coloque. Coloque. Okay. I want to find like just another really good slice of life that's just really calm and doesn't have much going on. Like Flying Witch was nice. Non-Biori is nice. They're just stuff to make you feel good about the world. And preferably not one where it ends up having some father marrying his daughter or some mother marrying his son. Which happens way more often than you think with those types of animes. There you go. You know, I feel like I need something else on his base. Maybe just a bit of terrain will do. Or maybe a Tau head. A Tau head. The Tau shall suffer at my hands. Nah, the Tau won't suffer at my hands. Just at the hands of everybody else. Yeah. There we go. And we spent most of the stream building this dude, talking about Lord of the Rings and other stuff. I like what I did with the arms here. I like just the idea of literally, he's like, you know what I need to hold my gun together, what? A couple of hands. Maybe 4 of them. Literally holds his gun together. That's a tractor beam. That's how it's actually meant to look. That's what we got. Can't wait for season 2 of Fearin'. The most recent anime I've watched is Fearin' Journey's End. I've heard that's good. I've still not watched that one. Most recent Well, actually, it's not a recent anime. The last anime I watched was Violet Evergarden. I've not like watched all the films and all the other spin-off stuff it's got. That's a decent enough show. That's a bit of a problematic thing about when I think about her age, but that's about it. Da, 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 da. Hi Bailey, how you doing? Cupcake Orks. Yeah, we built this dude. I was wanting to build like 10 boys as well today, but instead all we did was build this dude. You like what we did, Bailey? We got Nick on arms holding his gun together. He's a silly Billy. No, he is a big mech. Compared to a neophyte, honestly, he doesn't feel that big, especially considering he's in a big old exosuit. But compared to our little tech priest here, he's pretty big. The neophyte's pretty big compared to our little tech priest. She's actually on the bigger base. Oh. She's also in high heels. Compared to the little squire, the scribe rather. Oh, he's a little bubba. He's just a little bubba with a big old feather pen. The only other animes I recommend similar to Freerun or Solo Leveling. I stayed away from Solo Leveling because video gamify. I don't mind Isekai too much, but I've read So What, I'm a Spider, and I quite enjoy that one. At least I quite enjoyed reading the light novel. I struggled to get through the anime though. I've still not finished it. I like the Overlord for anime, and I've read the light novels. Everything I've heard about Solo Leveling, I've heard people say it's good, but everything I've heard about it, like when people have talked about it or where I've seen clips of it, I've just been like, yeah, I don't really care. I mean, that being said, One Punch Man, when I first heard about it and people talked about it, I was like, that sounds terrible. It's like, this is not a fun anime. And then it's like all the clips people show, it's like, it looks like it's a boring action, whatever anime. It's like, I finally actually watched it and it was like, oh, you know what? One Punch Man, actually good. Mob Psycho, actually good. Look at a little priest here compared to our, you know, he's not surviving the Vindicator. This is why she's got such an oversized staff. So she can reach over and just go. Overlord killed. Kind of lost me, but I do appreciate it is little of Dungeons. The Dungeons and Dragons references isn't what got me hooked to it. In fact, I watched Overlord before I got into Dungeons and Dragons. And as I got into Dungeons and Dragons, I started recognizing more for references and I just didn't care for it anymore. Overlord's a lot more perverted than I was expecting. Yeah, Overlord gets a bit weird at times. Big Mac, can I have a kiss as a treat? Konosuba. Konosuba is one that I liked for first season. It gets again a bit overly with darkness and stuff. Although I do like darkness. That's partly because darkness looks a lot like me. Tall, blonde woman. Who is incredibly shy at times. Which you'd be like, you're not shy, you're a streamer. I am in real life. Like many streamers. But no, season 2 and yeah, I can't, anything beyond season 1, I can't really get behind Konosuba. And then I read on a bit with the light novels. I was like, yep, it's lost me. I appreciate how funny the first one could be. After that, not really interested anymore. Yeah, boy, Kongming as a feel-good show. Maybe. I should get into that. I don't know much about that. Oh, one that surprised me, but I struggled to get past the animation style, is Household Husband, or whatever it's called. Way of a House Husband. I think it's still on Netflix. That's a pretty good one. That's pretty funny. No, Sakikun is one of my favorite mangas and animes. Oh my gosh, I love that. I've actually got like this big drawer full of manga that I used as mostly reference, but also stuff I like to read. Most of it's Sakikun. Some of it's Yu-Gi-Oh! There's a lot of Dragon Maid there. Oh, I'm dropping stuff. Oh, I'm dropping more stuff. There's also this thing, it's called Beast and Maiden or something like that. And it's a yuri about this blind woman who falls in love with this monster girl. Oh, that's so adorable. Oh, what's another manga? Roommates or something. It's Fuki Tauru. Fuki Salitaru. Kubo is one of your favourite animators. I love me some Bleach. I'm not a fan of Bleach. I was excited to hear Way of a House Husband was animated, but then yeah, I kind of get the animation, and sometimes it really feeds into the animation style, but sometimes it's just really hard to watch it. Like, it just gives me a bit of a headache sometimes. An isekai I ended up liking was Wiseman's Grandchild. It was nothing special, but it avoids a harem trope, and the MC wants to show off his power, but doesn't understand why his friends stop him. Oh, what I really liked. I liked the first half of like the first season or something, and it's a sentence of a bookworm. But what I liked about it in the first half of the first season kind of got drowned out and pushed to one side as it went further and further in. Like, I just really liked how comfy the anime felt. It was a very comfy anime. But yeah. And Burn the Witch is great. A 3-episode series by Kubo. Oh, I think I watched that. I actually didn't mind it too much. I can't remember much about it. I didn't have a manga as well. That was a bit longer. Because I think I read the manga as well. I didn't read all the manga, I read a bit of it. Oh, what's a manga that at first I thought was kind of stupid, but then I kind of fell in love with it, but then it got cancelled. I'm not surprised it got cancelled. Oh, I was reading, it was on Shonen Jump. It was called Candy Crush or something. Not Candy Crush, Candy... Oh... It was about these people and they ate like sweets and it gave them superpowers. And the main character was this girl and she like could summon a giant lollipop. And it was so stupid and I absolutely fell in love with it. Oh, I forgot its name. It got cancelled after its like initial 10 chapter run. Ah. Oh. Matsumoto is my favourite, probably obsessed by my avatar, creator of Naruto universe. Oh, I enjoyed Log Horizon. I've been told that's good. My friend really loved that, but I could never get into it. There's another one that they really recommended, and it's I can't remember what it's about, but it's about like a group of teens get isekai'd and then they find out being isekai'd is incredibly difficult and they struggle fighting like goblins and stuff. Was that Log Horizon actually? No, that wasn't Log Horizon. I didn't really like that one at all though. Unless I'm not liking Bleach. The thing is when it comes to shonen, there's not actually a lot to do, for big shonens I really like. I got into Dragon Ball eventually, mostly thanks to the Abridged series, the games, and the Kai. My favourite part of Dragon Ball, though, is the Great Saiyaman arc, and it's by a country mile my favourite part. My favourite film is a superhero film. After that, it's probably the original series Dragon Ball. Although I did watch that as a kid as well. So I didn't watch it like religiously, it was just watching some episodes that came on. I liked Baby Goku better than I liked Big Goku as a kid. Big Goku scared me. Baby Goku didn't scare me. Oh, but what's it called? Grimgar. Yeah, that's it. Oh, there was one I liked. It just reminded me of a name. I think it had a similar sounding name. It was like Grimgar, like book. And it was about a girl and it's like a dog person, a wolf person. I have no idea. I have been in Kendo since I was 7, so I love anime with swords. Oh. Have you seen Buddy Daddies? I don't know about that at all. That's a really good show. It's about 2 guys who are hired assassins who raise a kid together. Oh my goodness. That sounds stupid and I kind of like that. Oh, now I'm trying to figure out all the silly animes I like. Oh, what's another one of the big ones I like? I like Yu-Gi-Oh! As a shonen. But I feel Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a very weird shonen. Because it doesn't follow a lot of the typical shonen tropes. I liked the original series, I liked 5Ds, although that does feel a bit more typical shonen in many ways. GX, I didn't like at first, but it did grow on me later. Yu Yu Hakusho, my friend absolutely loves that one, I think. Yeah, I struggled to get into a lot of shonens. A lot of the ones I get into are basically gag manga ones, like One Punch Man, Mob Psycho, or the kind of like slice of life comedy ones that just so happen to also be shonen. I got into My Hero Academia. I think you can probably guess which shonens are like based on the fact that generally they have quite a large female viewership anyway. Yu-Gi-Oh! My Hero Academia. A One Punch Man is probably for one break there. But I think most people I know who actually decide to sit down and give One Punch Man a proper go actually like it. Even people who aren't typically big into anime. So it's... Inuyasha is a classic anime. Yeah. Oh yeah, that one's a good... I've not sat down and watched Inuyasha properly. It's one of those ones where I keep meaning to, but then something always comes up. So I've seen like the first episode a few times. I've seen a few... I've seen a lot of scenes, so I'm like, oh, that's a good one. I need to see. It's one of those ones like Violet Evergarden. I don't know Rune and Kenshi. Oh no, the arm fell off. My favorite anime, and it's so Magikado Masoku, which is Demon Girl Next Door, is my favorite anime and not favorite manga, but one of my favorites. And I absolutely adore it. The author became very ill though. That was a bit sad. So she couldn't keep up with her work. After that, Hana Yamata is it's a beautiful anime, Hana Yamata. The use of colour in that anime is amazing. And they've worked on other shows before that have a really good colour visual guide. The art director. Oh, No Game No Life. They worked on No Game No Life. And Hayoka or something like that. I can't remember what it's called. It's got a girl in it that has black hair, but she's got big purple eyes. And like every single thing that you see of the anime has her big purple eyes in it. The big purple eyes are nothing important to the story. She just has big purple eyes and people love the animation of them. But oh my gosh, you can see, watching through the animes in order when they're made, you can see how the people were experimenting with the design and colours and stuff. And what worked in one and what they took to the other. And it's just... But yeah, Hana Yamata is absolutely beautiful slice of life anime about just some girls who want to dance. And it's like, oh, I love this. Oh, it's got some issues, but I wanted to get a lot of the stuff, but unfortunately, it wasn't that popular outside of Japan, except in France. It was really popular in France. If you want to get it in French or French versions of it, it's really easy to. And French merchandise. But getting it in English was really difficult. Especially since I didn't watch it when it actually came out. I watched it afterwards. I was like, oh, it's absolutely... Hana Yamata, I adore that show. Sergeant Frog is good. Ronin, I don't know Sergeant Frog either. Ronin Kenji was one of the most popular animes and manga of the 90s. It was about a Meiji-era ex-assassin who swore to never kill again, taking up a sword where the edges are flipped. That sounds cool. You'd love your boy Konmig, unless you dislike EDM singing. I like EDM, sometimes at least. There's a comedy sci-fi anime for the 90s called Martian Successor Nadesco. I enjoyed. Has a lot of mecha fighting and space battles. It was a bit of a parody of a genre. That sounds fun. Was one I was watching ages ago. I can't remember what it's called. But it's about a mech Gundam style pilot. But like each episode is basic about him just being lazy and just cooking something like ramen or having some mishap with some food. And that's all it's ever about. And it's like he's on this space station with this Gundam and there's like never Gundam action throughout the entire anime. It's not a Gundam anime, but it's a mecha suit like Gundam. It was the first few episodes are really good, but then it becomes quite samey. I can't remember if I ever finished it. It did feel like there was some sort of backplot line, if I remember correctly, but I can't remember if it delivered on it or if I watched it enough to see the delivery. There's a comedy sci-fi. Oh no, I already read about it. I own the Blu-ray for Martian Successor. Oh, I will say this, the English dub is a mess because they have moments where all of the characters are yelling at once. Oh no, Kenshin was actually a portrayal of Shishinigami member. Oh. Martian Successor Nadisco's main character is literally a chef. Oh. Not quite. Him over Kenshin is based off Kawakami Gansai, a revolutionary assassin that was in conflict with the Shinigami. I don't know enough about a lot of Japanese history. I got really into Japanese mythology, but when it comes to Japanese history, I'm a bit of a mess there. And politics. Okay. Anyway, it's 1:15. I can't keep streaming too much because I need to take care of myself. I've still got these ear infections and everything else going on with me at the moment. And oh my gosh, all we did was yap today and build him. He's a pretty cool model. I don't know why the camera's deciding to be so dark today. Like all the same lights as usual are on. There's nothing blocking them. I've not moved anything so that it's blocking the light. But yeah. It's a cool model. I liked it. I like what we did here. You know, for Japanese history, specifically the Warring States period, or most of what the history I know about is... I know a bit about the history, but a lot of it comes from learning about the cultural mythology and the language and how historical events influenced both of them. That's mostly how I know about it. So for certain events I know quite a bit about. I say quite a bit. Enough about it to hold a conversation. But that's about it. Oh, yeah, look at his little arm muscles under there. But anyway, as I said, I can't keep streaming forever. If you're not like the stream already, please do, because it helps me out. It won't tell me if I should keep making hand cams anymore, because I mean, I'm going to be making hand cams. I got too much Warhammer to build and paint to not make hand cams. Another one is a die guard giant robot built on the cheap by the military and given over to a marketing department when no other alien appear. So it's piloted by office workers. That sounds hilarious, but also something that you could actually expect to happen. Oh gosh. But thank you for coming today. Remember to work hard but play harder. Take care of yourself and be kind to others and vice versa. Eat good food, sleep well, dream of cupcakes, but don't eat cupcakes because they're friends, not food. Yeah, big love heart to you all. Yeah. Bye-bye, everybody. And in the stream, we are... Love you all. Ow! I was saying I was love you all and you attacked me.